Part 2 of the sacral. This is my favorite. Again, I have a whole course dedicated to this because this is where I teach women how to embody the demoness. In the sacral chakra, why I call it the inner house, and in the course, I take you through a meditation where I spiral you down into the pits of your own house so you can actually meet your demoness. Because when you meet your demoness, what you're meeting is the part of you that governs your unconscious mind. Now, the reason why you are stuck exactly where you are because your conscious mind and your unconscious mind are completely at war with each other. And when your conscious mind is going after something, your unconscious mind is like, That's scary. Or this is where you're also addicted to your suffering. And so when things start getting really easy, come back. We like to suffer. And so it will spew things into your existence, your demoness will, so that you are meeting your inner demons over and over again in your reality, and it keeps you exactly where you are because your conscious mind doesn't know how to deal with that. It just thinks that it's failing. Now, when you go down and you actually meet this demoness and you embody her, you will actually start to see how sadistic you fucking are. I'm serious, girl. You are sadistic. You will start seeing that all of this scary shit that you have to face in your life and that you feel like is making you collapse. Trust me, bitch, I do this on a daily basis as a single mom with no support. But I know that there is a part of me in that demoness body, that unconscious mind that thrives in that shit. And it actually wants to experience the suffering. All of your poverty issues and your lack of money, all of your lack of love and relationship bullshit you're constantly going through, your unconscious mind loves that shit. Your demoness loves feeling like that. Now, here's the trick. When you start embodying your demoness, all of your demons begin to listen to you. And what you're doing is not making them go away because we are not Christians and we are not afraid of the devil. See, we become the devil because we are Shakti. We are everything that they are afraid of. And when you embody this demoness energy, nobody can come against you because you're not scared of anything anymore. So what happens when all of this bullshit starts coming up and you're facing your fears because you already are doing that in the root, right? And you're doing that in the sacral now that you're working in that center, and it's really spewing up your inner hells. But when you access and you embody that demoness energy, you begin to realize that you love it and you stop resisting it. See, resistance and flow is key to what goes on in Maya. When you are in a state of bliss, you're in a state of flow, correct? And things are flowing and going so good in your life, and it's so easy to feel good and flow. You can access that same state of flow when you are actually going through shit too. When you are going through fear, when you're dealing with all of that chaos. What happens normally in the body is you tense up and you resist it. I don't want this. No, stop. And you get tense. You stop the flow. You don't want that. When you're in the demoness energy, you let that flow. It feels psychotic and it feels great, but you let that flow and you just keep letting it flow towards your body. You don't interrupt it because you're not afraid of the energy anymore. Why are you afraid of the energy? You dealt with it in the root already. So now we're moving on. And so this flow is happening. And you're letting it come at you and you're facing it and you have a smile on your face and things are going really, really bad. I've had to do this in the pit of hell in a fucking courtroom, stating my case, pleading with the judge to get a restraining order. And I had to sit there and take in all of that energy of the lawyer that was frying me and the judge and my lawyer and looking at my ex over there with a stupid fucking bald head who pulled a gun on me. And I sat there. And I'm like, no, I need to be the demoness right now. And I had to know that there's a part of me that gets off on that psychotic energy. And I sat there and I got through it. I got grilled for 45 minutes. And I sat there and I was embodying that energy. And it's what allowed me to talk with confidence and to speak what I needed to speak. And every single time I am facing something absolutely insane as being a single mother, I sit there and I say, wait, there's a part of me that really likes feeling this intensity. Because you know what? There is literally no separation between the intensity you feel in chaos and the intensity of orgasm. You know how when your bill's almost due and you're like, is the bill gonna get paid? Oh my God, how am I gonna pay it? And you like tense up. And then somehow magically it gets paid and you're like, oh, thank God it got paid. That's the same thing that happens in your body when you have an orgasm, baby. See, the pleasure pain pathway is the same in the brain. I experienced this in childbirth. I free birthed both my babies at home. When fear builds up, that pain shoots up too. This is why women can have orgasmic birth or extremely painful births. You opt into what you want based on what's going on up here. And you can embody that in your own life every day. When the worst of the worst is happening, when you're embodying your demoness, that worst of the worst, you can transmute that into orgasmic energy. And at that point, you have embodied the wholeness of the divine feminine. Because now it isn't whole. You have the softness of the conscious mind and the radical feral feminine of the unconscious. And that right there is when you become unstoppable, because nothing is gonna fucking scare you anymore. You are no longer afraid of your own self, which is most of our problems as women, because we have been brainwashed to be afraid of our own power. Are you ready to wake up yet, baby?